Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're doing wonderful wherever you are. I appreciate you being here every day. Every day I get up and do these videos. I'm so grateful knowing that you're there, sharing this journey and having just hopefully a really wonderful time in your 60s. This is the time to do things that you love to do and to just follow your life with passion and purpose, to just have a really strong sense of direction and who you are, where you're going, and have fun. Just have fun. Now I've got my cup of tea this morning. I've got a very simple English breakfast in my red mug. I'm in a red mood today, and it's just a lovely tea. It reminds me of home, and it's home being England, and you all know what I mean with a cup of tea when I say that in the UK. But I would also like to thank very much our sponsor for today's show. International Living is a site that has been looking at retirement locations for 40 years now. They've got people on the ground researching and doing homework on comparing the pros and cons and really delivering useful information to people who are considering moving abroad in retirement. So if you go out to internationalliving.com, /60 and me, you can get their global retirement index. It's a free document. They'll send it to you. It's got comparison notes on all 24, 25 different locations around the world that you might be considering for your next venture, your next adventure. So thank you to International Living. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Margaret, get real here. Where am I going to move anywhere? I don't have any money, right? Financial insecurity is like a big deal for a lot of people these days. Certainly not just women, and certainly not women over 60. Everyone's dealing with this. But there are some things that are unique to our situation that are both that show the difficulty of this reality, but also we've got strength, we've got experience, and we've got ways that we can deal with this. Now, Danielle Howard is one of our bloggers, and she wrote a really great article on 5 ideas for women to just deal with financial issues with dignity and gratitude. Now, that may sound a little bit challenging if you really are working to a budget that is so tight that you honestly can't make ends meet, or you feel that you have made a complete mess of the last year and you just don't know where to start to get yourself out of this little hole or big hole that you've dug for yourself. So I think it's really important. And she's got 5 ideas here that I think are super practical and also inspiring. So thanks, Danielle, for this article. But the first thing that if you're starting a new year is to say, this is what I did great last year. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate the things that you did right. And there definitely are some. You must have done 1 or 2 things in the course of that year, or even a month if you want to reflect a more focused way, that you did properly, that you made a decision to not purchase something, or you finished off paying a bill, or you just made a different decision about expenditure. You kept a little budget. You stuck to it. You stuck to your budget. Whatever it was, even if it wasn't intentional, what did you actually achieve? I think that's a really lovely thing to do, and it's practical, but it's also rewarding yourself for the good things. Say yay, pat yourself on the back occasionally. It's hard to feel good when you are struggling financially, but you've got to just some point say, okay, you did good that time. That was okay. Another thing is to just give yourself that emotional credit too. It gives you the strength to carry on. Okay, so the second thing is to acknowledge your failings. It's the other side of the coin, to basically say, yes, I did this really, really well. I held back on that purchase, or I saved $5 every month just because I said I would. It's recognize your failings. Where did you let yourself down? Where did you do things that didn't contribute to a positive situation at the end of the year? That's a really, really hard thing to do, but I know I made some mistakes this year for sure. And some they weren't so much mistakes as they were just decisions. I made decisions. And I guess I could say I overspent in some areas. I always overspend on travel and overcommit because I just love to get on a train or on a ship. And I spent all my extra money that I don't, that I save on travel. So that's important to me. And this is personal money. This is my own. So acknowledge and accept, be accountable. I think that's super important. And that's good advice from Danielle. Another thing, though, it's related is to, financially let go of the mistakes. And even if they were quite a long time ago or they were years ago, let go of them. Stop the guilt, stop the regrets. I mean, there probably were times in your life like me where you had money and you wasted it. You took advantage of, or you didn't take advantage of situations where you could have benefited yourself. Accept your past failures. Let them go. Just let them go. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, and I struggle with that too. But start your new month, your new year with intention to just start fresh. Another thing that Danielle suggests, and I actually think this is super important, and I guess in a way why 60andMe is here, and that is to connect yourself with supportive people. Meet up with people. If there's a group that you can join, a meetup or something like that, where you can meet with people who have been through what you're going through and are just understanding. They know what you've been through and they're prepared to help. And if not help, just just get it. I understand. And if you've got someone that can help you hold yourself accountable, I do have some people in my life that do this for me, and sometimes I get really upset with them, and sometimes I really love them for it, and they keep me accountable. And I'm like you. I'm very stubborn sometimes. I push back, but I know they've got my best interests at heart, and that's worth more than anything in the world. So that's important to build a tribe, a tribe of people that are like you, and that's us here. So when you leave a comment below for this article, for example, you'll find people will respond to you, and they'll get, they'll say, I understand, or, good job that you did that. They'll get it. They'll support you. And in a funny way, they'll keep you accountable, because we're here almost every day, just reminding you. And then the final thing that Danielle mentions, and this might sound a little teeny bit abstract, but it's actually about rewiring your brain. And this is a hard one. This is about rewiring your brain, your neural networks, so that you start to think differently about retirement. You think differently about saving money. You're actually in a different groove. And this is actually I'm not making this up. I mean, this actually is how the brain works. You get into these grooves of doing things in a familiar way. And with money, it's sometimes a negative self-image, like I'm not wired for dealing with money. I say this all the time. I'm a creative person. I'm not, wired. Or I'm not very good with money. I'm not very good with finances. And those are negative intentions, negative comments that affect the decisions you make. So if you can change the pathway, change the way that you think about money, then it gives you a chance to, just keep going and start a new cycle or a new year, or wherever you might be, with dignity. You've admitted your failures, you've accepted your successes, you've connected yourself and owned up and taken responsibility. And now it's time to, just have fun and enjoy it and rewire your way of thinking about finances. Am I listening to myself here? Yes. Oh, it's so hard. I understand. I really, really do. So anyway, write down your financial affirmations for this year and stick with them if you can, so you can be celebrating them at the end of the year. Now, what financial wisdom would you like to share with other women in our community? What financial wisdom have you experienced, have you learned through the school of hard knocks, and that you think might be helpful to other women? Give us some advice. Just leave your comments in the section below, and please check out our website on 60andMe, 60andme.com. We've got lots of cool articles on financial security. We consider it one of the key pivots in our independence and well-being as well. So as I was just thinking, I was looking down at my deck of cards, and this is our Aging Beautifully cards, and I picked up this one actually just randomly just now about living life courageously. I think so. This is it. We don't know what the world's going to hold for us. There's a lot of uncertainty, but financial security is going to help us whatever comes our way. So let us know what financial tips for financial security you have. Leave them in the comments section below. Take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I look forward to just being here with you and talking in the future. Bye-bye for now.